In this video, I'm going to show you how to complete the Shape Builder tool assignment. So we're going to start by downloading the file from Google Classroom. So I'm going to go ahead and click on it, and it'll open up. You're not going to see anything. That's okay because it's an Illustrator file. Okay. Anytime you see this .ai extension, that means it's an Illustrator file and can only be opened or seen in Illustrator. So the first thing you're going to do is click on these three dots and hit Open in New Window. Then you're going to hit the download arrow. This is going to download it to your to your computer into your download folder. Okay, and we're going to navigate to Illustrator, and we're going to open it up. So my Illustrator is a little weird when I am streaming, so I apologize. You can click on that open button that should be over here. I'm going to go to File, or you can go to File, Open. We're going to navigate to our download folder. If you don't see your sidebar, you're going to click on here and go Show Sidebar. Okay, so if it looks like this, click here and go Show Sidebar. You're going to click on your you're going to click on your download folder, and you're going to look for your Shape Builder assignment that you just downloaded. So I have 3 because I've downloaded it multiple times today. So I'm going to click on this one. You double click and it'll open it up. This is what it's going to look like. Today we're going to use the Shape Builder tool. So that's this guy right here. Okay. So in order to build shapes in Illustrator, you have to combine them and actually use the tool to make them stick together. Okay. So in Illustrator, you can create multiple shapes different ways. This way I'm going to show you how to create a heart, a arrow, another arrow, and then a moon. Okay. So this is going to help you when you're creating your first project. So if I were to move these apart, I'm going to ungroup them. So if you need to group objects together, you can group them together by doing Command G. Let me show you a video in a minute. So these are completely separate objects. So I'm going to put them together, okay? And I need to make sure the first thing when you are using your Shape Builder tool is that all of your shapes are overlapping or touching paths in some sort of way, okay? However you want to build them, however you want to look at them. So you're going to have to use your imagination when building shapes in Illustrator, okay? So it's going to take some imagination on your part. So the first thing is you have to make sure that they're all touching, overlapping, and then you have to select them all. So I'm going to put my cursor here, click and download or drag across. This will select my objects, okay? They have to be selected. So I'm going to go to my Shape Builder tool, and you can see that I now have this little arrow with the plus. If you hover the Shape Builder, it shows you kind of what it's going to do. Right? So if you watch a little video, you click and you drag through your shapes and let go, and it combines them. They made a cloud with circles, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click and drag through each shape and let go. And now it created a heart. So I actually overlapped them a little weird, so I'm going to go ahead and click and drag through on that line, and it got rid of it, okay? So now I've created just a heart out of 3 different shapes. I'm going to go ahead and swap my fill for my stroke color. I'm going to repeat that process with my arrows. So I'm going to click and drag across. Go to my Shape Builder tool and click and drag through all the shapes I want to join. And then again, I'm going to switch the color. And you can pick any other color you want. The next thing I'm going to do is subtract. Okay, so if you look at this demonstration, this is what it looked like to start with. This is showing you what pieces to shade in. This is showing you without a fill, and this is showing you with a fill. Okay? So they're selected. I'm going to go to my Shape Builder tool. This time I'm going to hold the Option key on my keyboard. So when I hold Option, this little minus pops up instead of the plus. So I'm holding the Option key down and I'm clicking and dragging through those shapes. You have to hold the Option key down in order to keep it subtracted. Okay? So I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Holding Option, click and drag, and it will allow you to subtract pieces of your artwork, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and show you some other things that it does before I go on. Actually, let me Okay, so let's say I wanted to break apart a star. So I'm going to draw the star. I'm going to fill it in with a color. Let's say I just needed like these little pieces for some reason, but I needed them to be round. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a circle in the middle. Change the color so you can kind of see what's going on. Right, so I want to knock out this center piece. So I'm going to click on my shape builder, hold the option button, and just drag. Okay, so now I've knocked out my star, but I still have these little pieces. So I can either delete them or I can go to my shape builder and hold option and get rid of them. Just click and drag. And now I have these like rounded little star shapes that I can use. If I click off and then I click on each individual piece, now they're completely separate of each other. Okay? If I wanted to knock out the center of something, let's say I wanted to make a rectangle or a square and I wanted to put a circle in the middle or an octagon, polygon, to draw out my shape, put it exactly how I want it, and then, oops, let's change the color so you can see it. Select, hold, shape builder, hold option, click on the minus, and now it's got a hole in the center. Okay? There's lots of different things you can do with the shape builder tool. It's going to be completely up to your imagination on how you build your shapes for your projects. Okay, so you're going to complete this worksheet just by doing these 4. Show me that you know how to do them. Change the color to a fill color. You're going to save it and export it. To save it, you're going to go to File, Save As, put it in your Google Drive, My Drive, put it in your graphics folder, inside your Illustrator folder. If you don't have these folders, and you get to My Drive, you're going to create a new folder, name it Graphics, then create a new folder and name it Illustrator. You're going to put your first initial last name at the beginning of where it says shape builder underscore shape builder. Hit save and OK. Then you're going to export. File, export, oops, hover on the word export and go to export as. You don't need to change anything because it should still be in your Illustrator folder. You are going to change it from a PNG format to a JPEG. Export, and then OK. Oh, and then you're going to make sure to turn it into both of those files into Google Classroom.